Hello, my friends. So I haven't been good about doing end of the month wrap-ups for the last couple months. So I'm just going to do my recent reads. And I'm just going to do it 4 at a time because if I do more than 4, it's going to be too much. Plus, I only have 9 minutes left on my phone. So I'll try to make this quick. Let me know if you like this kind of style of reviews where I do 4 mini reviews. I haven't felt the need to do a single book review for one video, but I did just read a book that I am thinking about doing that for, so we'll see. So I am going to be talking about 4 books, and you probably saw it in the thumbnail, and it's these ones right here. There's 2 2-star books, a 3 and a 4, so it was like a so-so week or 2 that I read these books. But the first one I want to talk about is Little Fires Everywhere, and I gave this a 4-star, but I'm thinking of changing it into maybe almost a 5-star because I've been thinking about it since I read it a month ago. I wasn't too much on the hype. Like, I was like, oh, I don't know why it's getting so much attention. Like, it's all over the place, it's all over BookTube. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. So I borrowed it from my library, downloaded it, and I was reading it on my phone, which is like my least favorite medium to read books. But I really liked it. Like, I enjoyed it so much. It is kind of a slow character building story, and I do tend to like those. So I was having fun getting to know these characters. There's quite a few, but they're so well fleshed out. I feel like I know them. You start to like or dislike certain characters, and I'm trying to keep this spoiler free, so I'm trying not to say too much. But I will say that I love that the book brought up so many situations where there's not really a right answer or it's hard to answer. I liked to see Celeste Ng write out some of these common phrases that you hear as a minority person, and just like rolling my eyes so hard at some of these things that people say. And her writing style is so cozy. I don't know what it is about it, if she like sets the atmosphere or if you're like comfortable with the characters, but I found it super cozy. Like I said, I'm still thinking about it, and it's been a month, and I am seriously considering buying the physical copy for myself to have forever so I can read it again and again, because I feel like every time you go in you might take out something new. So overall I think I would highly recommend this book. The hype is worth it. Read it. Yeah, I'm gonna buy the physical copy. So that's something. Maybe broke grad student's gonna buy it. The second book that I read, it was actually to fulfill my July prompt, which is to read a mystery thriller, and that was Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. Actually, I read this for the readathon. Actually, the next 2 were for the readathon. I gave this a 2-star. I don't read many mystery thrillers, but like I've read quite a few Agatha Christie's, and I love Agatha Christie's because like there's a twist that you never see and you're like, whoa. But for this one, I feel like you're just watching a situation play out where there was no real big twist. Like there was always a sense of mystery, like what happened, and the characters involved are all kind of like not the best people. So I wasn't super invested in these people. And it was pretty slow. Like I just didn't like it. I'm really glad that I only spent $1 on it at the thrift store. Yeah, it was too slow, and there was just no interesting twist. I wouldn't recommend. Maybe read another mystery thriller, pretty much. And the fact that my review is so short is maybe shows you how much I didn't like it. I got through it in like 2 days because of the reading rush, but honestly, if I wasn't reading this book for the reading rush, it would have taken me way longer. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna give it back to the thrift store. Sorry. The next book that I've read is Two Against the North by Farley Mowat, and this one I gave it 2 stars. Yeah. So this book follows 2 teenage boys. One is a kid from Toronto. He's a white kid. The second one is, shit, I forget who, Cree, maybe? I'm packing, so I think I packed the book away, but I'll double check. And so these two boys follow a hunting party out. They get separated from the hunting party because the Toronto kid wanted to go check out the house and put the other boy in danger, so then they got separated, and I was like so mad at him. But it's a pretty short book. It's a young reader, maybe like a young adult, middle school book maybe. Yeah, maybe because it is intended for younger readers. It was, I was just annoyed. Also, it wasn't very accurate. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, so they touch on a lot of Inuit culture a little bit, because they leave the tree line, they go on to the tundra. They're in the tundra for like, I don't know, 6 to 8 months or something. There is some Inuit culture kind of almost trying to be displayed in there. But yeah, I was saying that it was, a lot of points were inaccurate, and I was like, that wouldn't actually happen. For example, these two boys kill 10 caribou for food, which, like, okay, that's fine. They need the fur, they need the meat. It's right when the caribou are migrating south, so there's like literally thousands of them. So they have 10 caribou. I think they have one knife each, and they, in the book it said they butchered all 10 in 2 hours. 2 hours. No. They're both novices, and it would take one experienced hunter alone 30 minutes to do one. So yeah, not accurate. What's up, Farley Moet? What are you trying to do here? So annoyed. Also, they find out it's fall when they get separated from their hunting group, and they decide to wait until spring for some reason to start traveling back home, which didn't make any sense to me, because why would you wait until it gets colder? Because if you start walking before, you can maybe make it to the tree line, which I think in their case they could have made it to the tree line where you have fuel to burn. You can follow caribou migration south, so you have food along the way. And I was just like, why did you choose to wait? I just didn't understand at all.
I don't understand, Paige. I don't understand.
I would not read that book if you want some kind of insight on Cree or Inuit culture. It's definitely something maybe you read in middle school just to get like an intro into it, but like as far as accuracy goes, no. As far as interesting story, not really. Solid 2 stars. So, didn't like it. Didn't like it. Now this last book is Sadie by Courtney Summers, and I did listen to it as an audiobook. I gave it a 3 stars, but it was really hard to decide what to rate this book. Like, I don't know. I rated it on my enjoyment, which I think is what most people do. It does deal with a lot of hard subject matter, like really hard subject matter, pedophilia mostly. Like, as an audiobook, it was done really well. It was kind of like you were listening to a podcast. Like, there's even music, and there's like lots of different voice actors, and I feel like some of them suited the character really well. But the main character, Sadie, her narrator, I just found really aggravating and really nasal, and I hated listening to Sadie's parts. Not because of the stutter, like the stutter was not an issue. It was just the narrator's voice was so, I don't know. I didn't like it. But as far as the content of the book goes, I don't know. I know it was like a darling of YouTube for a while, and people were like, you should read this, it's amazing, but I don't know. I'm just gonna peg it down to the fact that it deals with such hard subject matter, and it's like, it's not a glimpse into it. It's like sometimes it's kind of graphic almost in its pedophilia, and you're like, this is uncomfortable. I don't like this. I don't wanna. Just kind of icky. Just a little bit icky. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. Yeah, so those are 4 books that I've read in the last month. No, there's more books that I read in this last month, but I did want to just mention those, and hopefully I'll do like a actual wrap up at the end of August, just to mention which ones that I read. But we start moving next week to a new apartment because we need the 2nd bedroom, and it's so close to the university. We're gonna be busy moving, I guess, for a little bit, but I'll still be reading and still be putting out content. So yeah, I feel like it wasn't that good of a reading, like those 4 books, but hopefully it was kind of helpful to see my ratings on some of these, especially 2 Against the North, which was like, I guess that's all I have to say. Make sure to like my video to let me know I'm doing a good job, and subscribe to let me know if I should keep making more videos. And I guess I'll see you soon. Have a good day, night, whatever. Bye.